You are now listening to Mr. ZBlackneffect.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? This is Last Minute Z, a third stream? Yes. Is it that serious? No, it's not. No. But guess who popped up? Shout out to Accountable Commentary for reviewing something or another. I guess black women with masks on one of those panel discussions, and they're talking about interracial relationships. And guess who was there? And you could tell from the voice and what she was saying. Shout out to you, Crystal and Karazin. Hey, I'm like, AC, you don't know who that is? That's the swirl goddess herself. That swirl girl world. That's the swirl goddess herself, Crystal and Karazin. Queen of the swirlers. The OG swirler. Right? Y'all will see what I'm talking about. Link is in the description. So we're going a bit old school here. I don't have any videos or any sound clips to play, so we're just gonna be freestyling while Mr. Z is in motion. So buckle up, and so we just gonna freestyle. And so on the clip, a young lady speaks about. To be frank, she straight up said she wanted to date white dudes. White dudes were not interested in her where she originally lived. And then I want to say it's the same young lady that said she then moved out to LA. And yeah, she dated white dudes. And to be fair, it's because she wanted to seek their validation. She felt validated by dating white men. So again, pogo sticked in by white men. Huh? So shout out to her for being honest with herself, I guess. There's that. A Jamaican young lady said, black men didn't find her archetype attractive enough, her dark skin, and she don't really got butt like that and all this other stuff. Yawn. Huh? Yawn. Crystal and Karazin want to make it seem like it's a coinky dink that she's engaged to a white man. So yes, Accountable Commentary, that is Crystal and Karazin around the 18 or so minute mark. Y'all will see what Mr. Z is talking about when y'all click the link. So around the 18 or so minute mark, Crystal and Karazin start speaking. When she says she wrote a book about it, yeah, that's the same Crystal and Karazin. So Accountable Commentary, yes, Crystal and Karazin was married to a white dude. She has 3 kids from him, and I think a daughter from a previous relationship, not marriage, to a black dude. Yeah, so that's Crystal and Karazin. Huh? That's Crystal and Karazin. I want to say she was the last person that AC let play, but yeah. There's nothing much to see here. Black women saying the same thing they've been saying. They never really appreciated me. But one thing that you can appreciate about this conversation is black women straight up saying the white dudes really checking in high school and whatnot. Huh? I think the young lady says one of them says she came from Alabama. Maybe that's what I heard. I'm going to listen to it again. Y'all might get like a more thoughtful coverage of that maybe tomorrow. There's other things I want to cover too, actually, so we might do a stream tomorrow. Yeah. Whoever it was that wanted me to check out Army Ose Frimpong, yeah, look like FD done sniped that Army done received that, sent it back, so that'll be interesting. That'll be an interesting conversation. The fuck yeah academic and FD signifier. Oh boy. Yeah. I won't even say out loud how I think that'll turn out if they were to go fisticuffs, right? Yeah, we know who we think would win that intellectual sparring. That would be interesting, right? With that, yeah, and shout out to FD for saying Army is flying too close to people that he don't really rock with like that. If you don't say Dr. T. Hassan Johnson's name, stop being disrespectful. Goddamn. Anyway, y'all just gonna keep on sniping and acting like y'all. What did FD say again? He worked around us. Okay, yeah, that's it. How's that marriage rate looking for black women? Okay. How's the community over there? Worked around us. All right. Subscriber numbers don't mean much if you ain't getting black women subsidized and paid for. And the way Trump moving is gonna be real cold out here for a bunch of people, not just black women, but definitely black women. Not just black women, but definitely black women. Should have told them to get on the black man's program. Anyway, moving along. But yeah, so that's gonna be an interesting back and forth to witness. FD Signifier and Army Ose Friend Pong. Yeah, that part. But yeah, accountable commentary. That's Crystal and Karazin, bro. That's Crystal and Karazin. Oh man, you're not missing much, AC. We'll say that. One of the OG swirlers, swirler divestors, been talking about it since before YouTube. Yeah, helped to coin the black men are nothing but big D and swag. You could see the seeds of the whole Nazi divester movement start with her. I'm not saying she's a Nazi divester. I'm just saying, yeah. Anyway, yeah, but she's one of the OGs. She likes to act like, you know, some of that stuff is way too extreme for her, but much of that rhetoric originated with her. If Mr. Z could pronounce his words correctly, that would be great. But yeah, much of that rhetoric originated with her, so there's that. Right? So yeah. So shout out to Crystal and Karazin with the mask. Lady, your voice, even if they try to change up your voice, lady, that mask ain't do you no justice. Mr. Z, the second she starts speaking, I was like, oh, that's Crystal and Karazin. The second she started speaking, I'm like, lady. And then I wrote a book about this. Oh, that's definitely Crystal and Karazin. I'm engaged to a white man now. That is definitely Crystal and Karazin. Although she did, at least for the part that a kind of a commentary played, or at least what I heard, she did not mention her previous marriage to the white dude or any of that, to her white ex-husband or any of that. But that is definitely Crystal and Karazin. Oh boy, nothing to see here. Anyway, right? Nothing to see here. Standard issue swirler divester talk. But it speaks to something. Now they having cover your face things on panels. That's interesting. But the divestors and the swirlers talking about being judged for dating, and of course, what I found interesting also about some of the commentary was a young lady that said, you know, I wasn't being checked for, and then I started, you know, expanding my options, and I'm paraphrasing. I started expanding my options, and then black men started getting mad that I was dating out. Stop. Nobody cares. Black women need to stop acting like people care. No, what people care about is y'all go over there and then y'all start talking crap about black men. And white men are admitting that black women are talking crap about black men. Y'all lucky I can't press the clip right now. I can't press the video right now. Mr. Z's in transit. We gotta pay attention to the road. With that. Y'all over here talking crap about black men. Nobody care about what y'all nobody care that y'all date white dudes. Y'all get piped by white dudes. As a kind of a commentary said earlier, or in his video, where's the wedding ring? Crystal and Karazin, the only one that done been married to a white dude, divorced, and now she engaged to another white dude. The rest of y'all, where's the wedding ring? In other words, y'all just the plaything for some white men and some non-black men. One of the ladies said, "Oh, I didn't dated Asian, and I didn't dated this, and I didn't dated madam." Unless you got bills paid for, what you talking about don't mean nothing. That mean you got piped. An attractive black woman is an attractive woman. That mean you got piped. Where's the wedding ring? Where's the man that swore that he's going to take care of you for the rest of his life and actually did it? Okay, then shut the hell up. I don't want to hear nothing about no black woman dating. You get piped, lady. You get piped by non-black peen. Damn, so you gonna boil into that? Yes. Sounds crass and sounds vulgar. And the point that you're trying to prove here is you get interracially piped, ma'am. That's what you say. I don't want to hear from no Maris, wannabe swirlers and divestors. It only count if you got married, lady. It only count if Brad or Hector or Ahmed or Lee or any one of them swore to take care of you for the rest of his life, and he's actually doing it. Don't tell me about none of your divestor tales. Shout out to Phil from the Advice Show. He said divestor tales. Hysterical. Your failed swirling attempts. All you have from your failed swirling attempts are foreign juices flowing in you. That's all. Goddamn, Z, you being mad vulgar tonight. I know. It's something about black women talking about. They didn't pay attention to me, and then I started dating white dudes, and now they mad about it. We're not mad about it. Cut it the crap. Nobody cares, lady. You know what you sound like? You sound like one of those people that walk by, and then you walk by again, and then you walk by again, and then you walk by again, and be like, "Do you see me and my white man? Do you see me and my white man? You jealous? You jealous? You see, you didn't want me before. Shut your lame ass up." Nobody care about you and your basic ass Brad. Cut it out. All we know is that you got foreign baby batter swimming in you. That's what we know, man. That's what we know. Where's the wedding ring? You see, Crystal and Karazin got a wedding ring. Twice now. The others, crickets. Exactly. I've dated this and I've dated that. No, you got piped, lady. Oh man. Anyway, it's something about black women in specific doing the yo wasn't checking for me before. Hey, every time it comes to, well, for non-black women, it's they're men of their race, but it's always white men. It's always white men. But when it comes to black women, it's any non-black man. Whenever these women of color start speaking, it's always no men from my race weren't checking for me, so I had to end up with Brad. What? What a convenient way of dating Brad. Oh, again, pipe by Brad. What a convenient. So every time these women of color speak, men of their race didn't find them attractive. That's why they had to end up under the scrotum of Brad. Okay, yeah, every single time. Every single time. Convenient. Right? Talking itch says foreign juices is wild, Z. I'm just saying. I don't have to use profanity to get the point across. I don't have to use profanity, anyone. Could be vulgar without using profanity, people. You could be crass without using profanity. You could be disgusting without using profanity. All of it. Huh? It's fascinating. Y'all see what Mr. Z is saying. I didn't give y'all a chance to click the video. My apologies. I listened to it. I was like, ooh, this is something to talk about. Because that's Crystal and Karazin. It's a knife. It's a knife. It's a Crystal and Karazin. Shout out to Forever. I said Forever 21. Shout out to 21 Savage. Listen to Z. Yeah, that it's a knife. It's a Karazin. It's a Karazin. That's Crystal and Karazin. Accountable commentary. That is the patron saint, the OG, trusted the OS, the original swirler. Huh? The Arena Refi said Phantom of the Opera Mass. You hear me? Huh? Gil Gammy says interracial red light district for real. Look, it once she started talking, you know, I don't care if when she said, I don't care if he's green. Stop. You married a white dude, you threw a temper tantrum because your black baby daddy didn't marry you, then you married a white dude, then you turned around and you were out here dating um whoever the hell you were dating. One of these white dudes then turned around and said the N-word on screen. Oops, you forgot Mr. Z forget. Um Now you engaged to another white dude. Okay. Anyway, that's not a coinky lady. Huh? Square black women keep on acting like there's no such thing as square black men. No, it's my personality. I'm different. I'm neurodivergent. I'm this. I'm that. I'm this. I'm alternative. Stop. Cut the crap. Hey, if you just want to go lay up under Brad, go do that. Just never come back. Ever. Shout out to you brothers that follow up behind Brad. Anyway. Anyway. Huh? Stay over there indefinitely. Huh? Z, you can't tell them that. Why not? Especially after they talking. Like, well, I'm over here because you didn't like me in high school. Oh my God. Shout out to all the different type of blacks. Okay, that's it. I'm different. I'm unique. No, you just sound like an anti-black person to Z. Nothing unique about being anti-black in America. That's standard issue. Nothing about being anti-black man in America. That's regular. That's a Tuesday. Black women think no, the black men weren't checking for me because I like alternative music and I rock all clothes and old fashion and cut the crap. Huh? All these supposed alt girls. Yawn. For real though. Let the Brads in them talk.
I'm speaking on the behalf of all white dudes that date black girls. Can y'all stop fucking calling us massa? Like, what the fuck do I... You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And y'all be thinking it's funny as shit. You be laughing your ass off, having the time of your life. Girl, fuck you.
I want black women to have a lot more self-respect than they do now. Kind of just like worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys.
This is sad. It's getting sad now. It's getting real sad now.
Shout out to that young lady that said she was looking to be validated by white dudes. Madam, that is you. That white dude is talking to women like you. Worshipping white guys. Worshipping white guys. Yes. Huh? And to the young lady that said, and then they get mad when we date out. Cut the crap. You know what we know is going on? This is going on.
She had a weird conversation with me, like 2 months into us dating. It made me think that she had some like different motives to dating me. Made me uncomfortable. She was like, Jeff, I'm happy to finally be with a white man. Black dudes, you can't trust them. They're just gonna cheat on you. They ain't. You know how uncomfortable you feel right now? Imagine how I felt. This is in real life for me. This is just a story for you. I felt uncomfortable as shit. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to a black friend of mine. His name's Josh. I was like, Josh, told him the whole story. He's like, Jeff, I'll tell you what you got to do, but you might not like it. I'm like, all right, let me have it. He's like, Jeff, for the culture, you got to cheat on that. That's what...
One of the best things about Z's channel is Trell timing it perfectly to say the thing that the person gonna say on the clip. Because, you know, Mr. Z be spamming the same clips a zillion times on the street. That would happen played in a little while. But, now for the culture, it's hysterical for real though, Trell. For the culture, you gotta cheat on that yitch. Exactly. Shout out to all the women of color who think white men don't be cheating. How would white men not be cheating when y'all throw yourselves at them? God forbid he's actually tall and good looking with a bit of money. Shout out to all the women who be thinking Brad is like some innocent person. Yeah, and if y'all don't stop it. Huh? The funniest thing in the world. Brad wouldn't do that. All right. All right. That's it. Tyrone's cheat, not Brad's. Okay. Right. The funniest thing in the world. But yeah, so Crystal and Karazin, yawn. Now, for those of you who weren't here years ago, we talking about a decade ago type thing. Y'all weren't here for the OG Crystal and Karazin. Y'all weren't here for Crystal and Karazin 1.0. So Crystal and Karazin's rhetoric has softened up a lot over the past few years. A lot. So y'all don't know. Bro, you can't drive, bro? Bro, I'm trying to back in. This is all in the way. All in the way. All in the way. Anyway, all right. All right. We just gonna. Anyway, your car got a dent in it. I'm trying for my car not to have a dent in it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm not trying to scrape my wheels, sir. Anyway, back to the topic. For those of you that weren't here a decade ago, Crystal, if you hear Crystal and Karazin speak, appreciate that is not the same Crystal and Karazin from a decade ago. Huh? We're not talking about by the way, it is the same Karazin, but I'm saying her rhetoric has softened up so much over the past few years, past 2-3 years. Huh? Because black men were nothing but big D and swag. Huh? Appreciate this. Yeah, Brooklyn Blue, Brooklyn Blue, if Z could pronounce blue correctly. Brooklyn Blue, Chrissy, Crystal and Karazin. Their rhetoric, well, Crystal and Karazin and Chrissy's rhetoric has softened up a lot lately. Yes, even Chrissy. If you caught these women 5-6 years ago, oh boy, they were goose stepping in the middle of the streets concerning black men. Huh? They were goose stepping in the middle of the streets, neo-Nazi style. Well, Nazi style, better yet. 5-6 years ago. Chrissy's rhetoric has softened a bit. Crystal and Karazin's rhetoric has softened a lot. Huh? So for those of you who have listened to her speak over the past 2 years, you're like, Z, she ain't that bad. I mean, yeah, she a swirler, but she ain't that bad. All right. Huh? Talking issues, they probably got a reality check from Brad. Humbled them a bit, I suspect. Crystal and Karazin got divorced from the white man that saved her from being a single mom from her black baby daddy. That marriage didn't last. Like it went some years. What, a decade plus, I think Crystal and Karazin was married to White Buddy. But clearly she's divorced. Now she's engaged again to another white dude. So yeah. Huh? And Only Logical says, where's the clip from? I think Accountable Commentary mentions it. He mentions it early on in his video, in his commentary. He mentions it early, right? Oh, by the way, the link is in the description box. So yeah, the original clip. Yeah, a Carnival commentary. He mentions it. I looked for it and I couldn't find it. So yeah, I looked for it. I couldn't find it. And Ross says they definitely got humbled by Brad because the reach back is going more mainstream. Only Logical has a I want to say a couple of videos of black young women in particular admitting they're doing the reach back. Like they're admitted, like they, some of them are saying, yeah, I tried to go over here and date white dudes, and yeah, I'm back to black men. So there's that. Yeah, I'm not for the reach back. Right? Like, yeah, we all grow and we all mature and we all, and yes, I appreciate it, I understand it. But there's something about you going over there. And then there's something about you going over there because you think that they would be better. You think that black men are too colorist. Black men don't earn enough. Black men are too sexist. Black men are insufferable, as Chrissy would like to say. So not only did you go over there, you went over there out of contempt or resentment or disdain for black men. And Brad bratted on you. Brad did what Brad do. Huh? And well, and there's a okay looking young lady, black young lady. Somebody send me that again, please. The one that was, it looks like she's driving in her car and she's saying, we need to admit about these failed swirler relationships or whatnot. And she recites a story of dating some white dude for a couple months and him speaking to her crazy and then his mother backing her up. Backing him up, excuse me. Yeah. Because I remember speaking about that and being like, lady, if it only was a couple months, then y'all wasn't dating. He piped a few times, spoke to you crazy, and his mom backed him up. And that's how that went. Huh? Krabby says, new website, Bratted. Oh, that's hysterical. You see what I'm saying? Talking issues. You volunteered to go over there too? Imagine this. You feel like you're being treated unjustly in the black community. You feel like black men are too colorist, too fat phobic, too texturist, too featurist, failed patriarchs, don't earn enough, are not sophisticated enough, not educated enough, not mature enough, all of the things, right? All of the things. Not classy enough, all of the things. Okay, fine. Then you go take your chance over there with the Latino colorist. Well, damn. The white racist. Well, damn. The Asian classist, colorist, and racist. Well, damn. Then you want to bring your ass back over here on the sly. And for the vast majority of you, still not necessarily be humble on top of that. Huh? Nah, stay over there. Get pogo sticked in. Go be their village bike. Stay over there being their village bike. Huh? And there's a couple of black women that's what they are over there. There's Asian women, that's what they are over there with the white dudes. Latinas, that's what they are over there with the white dudes. But concerning black women in particular, that's what it is. The village bike. Huh? Oh. So Crystal and Karazin up there with a bunch of black women. They seem a bit younger than her. Grown, but younger than her. And they're reciting their what got them into essentially dating out, swirling, whatever the hell. And well, the one that straight up admitted it, as Mr. Z said, this is why Mr. Z says let them talk, and you better believe I'm about to snip that out. That's why Mr. Z says let them talk. The internet will expose us all, because she said verbatim that she was seeking the validation. Oh, she didn't say anything about black young men being mean to her or colorism or featureism or none of that. Not at least in the clip Accountable Commentary played. I'll try to look for it. And if somebody finds the original, please send it to me in email. Please and thank you. But yeah, the young lady admitted straight up. No, I have to admit I was seeking white men's validation. Oh, you gotta love it. Huh? Oh, we already got the clip of that. I already have a clip of that. And talking issues, watch black women start shaming black men for not dating black women who date out. Nefercar covered I want to say this is the same young lady, this young lady right here that I played. I think this is the same young lady. Where is that clip? Where is that clip?
Her. My thing is, like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to make black women settle so much. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Like, seriously. Y'all don't.
That young lady right there, if I'm not mistaken, Nefercar has a clip of her. It's a homeboy that she's kind of feeling, and you know, it looked like it might have went somewhere, and he was like, "No, I can't really do this with you because you didn't date white dudes before," and she flipped out. Well, y'all be dating all the and Nefercar, you know, made some commentary about it. So yeah, we already got the clip of that. Huh? We already have the clip of that. You better believe it. Huh? Black women definitely know. If black men start moving like how Mr. Z says, and definitely how Accountable Commentary says, and ain't no reachbacks, oh, that's gonna hurt a bunch of them. If we even get a whiff of Brad, forget the circumstances. We don't care. If you lived in a town but with nothing but Brad, we get a whiff of Brad off of you. Oh no, you good? We good? No, you can stay over there. Oh, it's over. Huh? It's over. As many of us have said before, quiet is kept. You'll be surprised what black woman has, well, maybe not in the black manosphere, but the non-initiated, the uninitiated will be surprised what black woman has done what with what white man. You will be surprised what black woman has done what with what Latino. Those are the main two. The others are, you'll be surprised what black woman has done what with what Ahmed, Habibi and them. If he owns a store in your neighborhood, or if his dad owns a store in your neighborhood, yeah, I would be insanely surprised if he never did anything with any of the black women ever. That store been there for 5, 10, 20 years, and he never touched nothing black? Okay, yeah, that's it. Huh? Yeah, man. So Mr. Z is definitely about no reach backs. Huh? Man. Yeah, I'm just reading through you guys' comments, but yeah, compassionate, please do. And it to be fair, black women could do what they want to do, but there's a reason why Mr. Z is backing up accountable commentary with the no reachbacks. First, we live in an anti-black society, so there's number one. Number two, shout out to all the black women that say it's not the same when we date out and when you date out. You're right. We're more legitimate. Ooh, goddamn, Z, you not see that part you wasn't supposed to say. By the way, what else I have to clip out? And this is gonna sound random, but it's not. Is FD Signifier? Shout out to him. Who? And I knew this. This is why when I spoke to him the first time, I said, "Are you trying to tone police me?" And he said yes, or try to tone police us, and he said yes. He spoke about the difference between being right and being correct. And I want to say he directed that towards Armio Say Frimpong. He might have been speaking about something else. I was preoccupied when I was listening, so I'm going to re-listen to it, but I'm going to clip that out because there's a whole stream to be done, particularly concerning black men and black women, particularly concerning the black manosphere, because that speaks to the conversation me and him had initially, because that's essentially what he was levying towards me in a way, which is like, you're correct, but you're not right. In other words, like we get what you're saying, but your delivery and the energy at which you speak and the tone, which we don't say nothing about that to them Kim Foster types. Huh? The ire is dripping off of her. You could feel it through the screen. Huh? But you want to tone police us. No, FD. Sisters are going to starve. That's what's going to happen. I'm just letting, I want to say this straight up. I want to make sure I say this. If what's going to happen is that we're going to live in a world where we can truly decouple, I'm not just talking about black people, men and black women. I'm talking about people in general. And you'll have the machines and you'll have the robots and you'll have the technology if you can afford it. Appreciate this. When Mr. Z says black women gonna struggle, I mean that. That's not a hope. When Mr. Z says they will be in coal-munching covens, I mean that. That's not what I wish for black women. I mean that. Huh? The tone policing, for FD to say correct but not right, oh, you gotta love it. And that speaks exactly to what Army was saying on his stream. I want to say it was today, on his video from today. If you can't tell the lady said they want equality, FD, that means we got to be able to tell them to shut the hell up. all that sass that consciously directs towards here and towards black men in general, that means he gotta sass black women too and be mean about it. If the ladies say equality, then they better mean it. Shout out to Armie Osei Frimpong. Shout out to the Funky Academic, because he's essentially saying what Mr. Z said, is the ladies don't get to be special and equal simultaneously. In other words, they don't get to be quote-unquote women, and by that we don't mean female, we mean practice womanhood, white womanhood, while also demanding equality. They don't get to double dip the chip. Huh? And that's what the ladies are demanding. And what FD says is, well, I know it sounds hypocritical, but this is what we have to do. Who? No, tell them to go munch on each other or go be the sexual plaything for some non-black men, hoping that it results into something, you know, secure, which it won't. Huh? Ah. And that's how you have a bunch of swirlers, failed swirlers on a panel talking about they feel judged by dating out. Because ain't nobody tell them, hey, see, that contempt you have for black men is going to cause you to do some real stupid things. KMS not listening, is he? Okay. KMS going to be in the comments, got your ass. Huh? That's how you get to that. So, you know, this is not going to be too long of a commentary. Somebody saying 3 hours later. No, for real. I just wanted to come to y'all with that and say that's accountable commentary. That's Crystalline, and I read through the comments to see if somebody was going to say that's Crystalline Karazin, and I guess I was a little too early, but nobody said it yet. Yeah, that's Crystalline Karazin. Around the 18-minute mark, y'all will see what Mr. Z is saying, and for all of us OGs to the conversation, y'all gonna pick up on it instantly. Huh? Y'all gonna pick up on it instantly. Oh, that's Crystalline Karazin. The OG is Trell said, the OS original swirler. The OG swirler. Krabby said that shrill voice only has one owner. Hysterical. Dell says Scott Galloway equals the white FD signifier is the name of the stream. Yes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Because I referenced it, I'll link it in the description box. So shout out to the replay gang. I'll put it in the description box after the stream, so that y'all can know what I'm referencing. So at least, well, so the replay gang could know what I'm referencing. Yeah, and not only that, I'll link FD's video too, because I'm making reference to that where he snipes at the Funky Academic, and he essentially said Funky Academic has Twitter fingers, because he says Army saying that Nick Fuentes is the white Fred Hampton was like a bad Twitter take. Now that's somewhat debatable. With that, and FD admits that he's done had bad takes too. It's the Twitter thing. I hear him. With that, I don't know, FD. I don't know, because Mr. Z saw you try to be like, you don't like where black women going with the Rhoda thing. especially when we found out that Rhoda was lying and they checked your ass. I was reading through them Twitter comments. I saw you do the yeah, I saw that. I read through them Twitter comments. I saw you get quiet real quick. I kept on reading. I didn't see you respond. Twitter fingers, right? Yeah. Huh? Just saying. Ah. So, that'll be an interesting conversation. I think as FD said, he thinks he has worked around us. Meanwhile, black women just lost 300,000 jobs. I'm just saying. He think he worked around us because he has, the foreign mans and conscious Lees and little bills and waving the red flag in them. So he thinks he's worked around us. Andrewism and it's one video he did with a brother about cooning. And I checked that out. It was pretty good. It was pretty good, to be honest. But yeah, because of folks like that, he think he worked around us. Yeah. I don't know if you saw them exit poll numbers for the election in 2024. I don't really know if you worked around us though. And Mr. Z did not vote for Trump. I'm just saying. Are you sure about that? Worked around the black manosphere? I don't know. See, what the FDs, at least what it's looking like from over here, think they're doing is putting us in the corner. Huh? We're the weird uncle in the corner. Right? Don't feed the trolls type thing. But what it's looking like is that JD Vance is putting y'all entire ideological project in the corner. That ain't looking right. Ugh, that's looking real ugly. Huh? Joe says trivesters. Yeah, people have said that before, trivesters. Huh? We live in an anti-black society, yo. An attractive black woman is an attractive woman. A couple of them are going to end up with a non-black dude, a white dude in particular. But to make this a thing in a whole movement in America, in the West, to be honest, on the planet currently, all right. Yeah. So there's that side. And then the other side are the FDs and Kim Fosters and them. Let me read this. And Jake says, I don't blame FD. That Lander money strong. Lander money. Okay, I'm lost on that. I think FD a villain because he knows the truth of where this leads. Women, he don't care. The bad come first. Oh yeah. I think FD. If I am being extremely charitable and generous, I mean dumb, stupid, straight jacket level charitable and generous with my assessment of FD. I think FD is not only a gynocrat. I think FD sees us as a bunch of misogynistic sexists who won't let go of the idea of male leadership. And our biggest issue is that, like I was saying earlier, we're the weird, sexist, misogynistic uncles. We don't earn enough we're not positioned well enough to be those type of men. And because of that, we should move out the way and allow for the bigger, badder black person, black women, to direct these things. Huh? Alexa, play Bow Down from West Side Connection, please. Trell always say bow down to a Negro that's big, better than you, bigger than you, better than you. Yeah, that part. Anyway. If I'm being supremely charitable and generous with my takes, yeah. Does FD know better? Yes, but I think he's hoping against all hope that there won't be a head Negro in charge and the black community could just come together as a community of folks that appreciate what country they live in, what society they're living in, and do what's best for the collective of black people. If I'm being like stupid generous and charitable. But I think he does know where this leads. I think he's hoping against all hope and getting the bag in the process. Yeah. Huh. So, yeah, thank you for the super chat, Jake. Thank you for the super chat. Compassion says, speaking about FD, he's got a gang of poorly indoctrinated, clout-chasing socialpreneurs, penis twisted, wouldn't throw rice at a Chinese wedding lanes. He can't work around ish, bro. I don't know if they wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Consciously doesn't give me not bust a grape in a fruit fight. Foreign doesn't give me not bust a grape in a fruit fight. Little Bill, Josh, and Alvin don't give me not bust a grape in a fruit fight. What they give me is F you Negroes because you're not ideologically on my side and what I agree with. And I actually think they would throw blows. I think there's other dudes that wouldn't. I think they would. I think they would. I think they see us as unrepentant sexists who really need to be put down in the meanest, cruelest way. When you, especially, there are two in particular, Alvin from Waving the Red Flag and Consciously. If you see the contempt they have for black men, you don't see that necessarily in Omizi, not even necessarily in FD Signifier. Foreign Man is funny, right? When you get through the Bahamian patois, he's funny. I don't think he has the same level of contempt per se, especially like this self-righteous anger. But Alvin, oh boy, right? FD's getting to the bag. Little Bill, they're more like protecting mommy, and they've said as much. Like Omizi has said as much, Little Bill has said as much, FD has said as much. But Alvin and Consciously, oh no, that's real. That ain't a grift, bro. Like I would argue Consciously is grifted to a certain extent with like the over placating of black women, but the contempt for other black men, oh no, that's real. Now I haven't watched him enough for him to drop the nugget and talk long enough so that we could get where that's coming from. But oh no, it's real. It's real. Alvin, it's real. Alvin said something about like the financial difficulties of of growing up, and I'm gonna listen to that again because he said something on waving the red flag that kind of gives you an insight to some of where his contempt for black men come from. And you even saw it in a conversation him, Alvin, and Eddie had, where Alvin and Eddie swore they caught him up this one time, and he just had to do it. And he said it. He pretty much said it like, no, I have to throw black men under the bus on this one. I ain't gonna give them no space. So, yeah. And Alvin struggled growing up financially. Like, he spoke about essentially his mom being a welfare mom and, like, the financial struggles of the family. And I wonder if the daddy issues are somewhere in there, the contempt. Right? So yeah. But there's definitely brothers I think that'll bust a grape in a fruit fight. I think they really would throw some bows. With that, what informs them, right? Oh, that's a different conversation. Huh? Yeah. Huh. What informs him is different. When you see Alvin and the sass and the smug, and there's the complete dismissive nature of Alvin concerning black men, oh man, no, that's real. That's real. Huh? Yep. Yes, he is. And the Arena Revised says, and thank you for the super chat, is consciously the one who said to FD he wanted to put hands on Dr. Curry? Yep. Yes, sir. Huh? No, it's real. It's real. Huh? Professor Odie doesn't have this contempt, but it consciously, and you can see it from their facial expressions. It's not just a grift for them. They're not just getting to the bag. Alvin, they not just get into the bag. They don't just have quote unquote slight disagreements with brothers like us. No, it's a blood thing to them. Right? For them, you could tell, no, I gotta put you down. I gotta crush you. I gotta stomp on your neck rhetorically and maybe physically and make a public spectacle of it. For Alvin, oh yeah, it's that. You could tell when you hear him speak about black men, black women issue, you could tell he goes all in. All in. He puts all the chips on the ladies. I seen this dude say only one time, and it was personal, that essentially, you know, when you and friends, when you and a lady are doing your thing, right? And y'all both agree that this is just friends with benefits. And then she starts catching feelings, and then you're like, hey. That was the one time I ever seen him say, hey, I done been in this situation, and you know, the ladies, you know, they gonna catch feelings or whatever. Only once. And that was very personal, so that's why he did it. Or said it, at least. Huh? So Arena Revised, thank you for the super chat, but yes. That's the one. Yep. And Jake says he's the guy who was riding for Brick Lady even after she got caught lying. He was riding for her so much that even when he bought on Flacco, he didn't bring her on. My apologies. Flacco was on Olay's channel, and it was consciously Flacco. It wasn't just other women. I want to say everybody else was women. Did Olay have one more man up there? I don't remember, and my apologies, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. With that, Flacco kept on doing the like, bro, like, this is what happened. She lied. And finally, consciously couldn't take it no more. He says, what about if your sister told you that, yeah, she hit the man, but he hit her back? You wouldn't want to be hearing none of that. And I'm like, there we go. I am glad you said it consciously, Black women are infallible in relationship to black men. Beginning, end of the conversation. There needs to be no more talk. Thank you for letting us know where you stand officially. Black women are infallible in relationship to black men. That's why Mr. Z says it, because if you let these people talk long enough, they go and say it. They may not say it in those exact words, but they are going to say it. They are going to express it. They are going to forward those sentiments. And that's what Consciously did. So, Jake, it's not just even after she got caught, even after she got sentenced. For them, it's all about tone. Why y'all celebrating that she finally got sentenced? Because y'all went so hard on us, calling us all type of liars, calling us all type of misogynistic. Mr. Z wanted to say misandrous. Misogynistic, calling us on top of anti-black women. Y'all thought we were dancing on her misfortune. She got hit in the face with a brick. You sexist black men stood there and laughed at her and made fun of her, and she made it all up. Huh? And the Arena Revive says, like Dr. T. Hassan Johnson said, they don't recognize our humanity. They don't care about our humanity. They have an ideological project that's more important to them. It's flipping the pyramid scheme upside down and using full morality to put black women ahead of everyone, particularly black men. It's using postmodern ideas to flip the power pyramid scheme and say, black men, if you don't think that we're infallible, then that means you're a pseudo white man and you will be treated as such. You're fake wannabe white man without the power, the money, and the prestige and the skin color, and we will step on your neck in the middle of the streets because there you only have two ways to go. Either you riding with us and kissing our ass, or you're a failed white patriarch who we will muzzle. Yeah? What humanity? Essentially, what black feminists in particular are saying to black men and to America and the rest of the world is F you and your systems and your norms and your rules, because I don't get to be that white yitch. And because I don't get to be that white yitch, I will throw the biggest temper tantrum. I will rip your systems apart, brick by brick, even the ones that I could maybe squeeze through and maybe climb up a bit, but it doesn't edify me. I don't get to be that white yitch. Oh, F everything you saying. Huh? I will cynically critique every single thing that has anything to do with something that doesn't edify me at the highest order. That includes you, black men. Huh? So for black women, F recognizing your humanity, black men. If I don't get to be that white yitch, I'll be LGBTQ. I'll be the sexual plaything for non-black men. I'll do whatever I want to do with black men. Maybe I'm not interested in white men and non-black men. I'll do whatever I want to do with black men. Huh? I'll have a potty mouth. I'll curse like a sailor. I'll get tatted from neck to toe. I'll have nose ring, a zillion ring, septum ring. Huh? I'll wear bonnets even though it might be unsightly in public. An eyesore. Huh? The clip that I played from Coach Greg Adams' channel, The young lady that said when he asked her on that pop the balloons type show, what do you do? Whatever I want to do. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And that's all it is, everyone. I want you to appreciate it's just a big temper tantrum. Women in general in the West are throwing a big temper tantrum. American women, more specifically, are throwing a big temper tantrum. In our case, black women in specific are throwing the biggest temper tantrum. Those degrees were supposed to make them politically, socially, and definitely economically white women, and it didn't. And you ain't meet nobody angrier, except for maybe a entitled white brat, a white woman who's entitled and throwing a temper. She might be worse than a black woman. She probably is, actually. Yeah, she's worse. But second to her, at least for women, black women. Huh? Krabby says, what's that? It's not fair clip from? It's I want to say it's like some amateur movie. I thought it was like original, real, but it's an actress and whatnot. I found a bit of the backstory of it, but I didn't get too many details. That's all I know. But I'll play it for you. Here you go.
Fair. That is not fair. That is not fair.
And there you go. Damn, we hit the 1 hour and 6 minute mark. Look, I said I was only going. Look, y'all got me. Y'all got me. All right, y'all. All right. All right. Damn. Okay. I got you, Naga. And Naga says, I asked for effing help. I got you. And that really. Hey, if I ever, because I would have to search for it because I played that so long ago. If I could find the clip, the original clip, sound clip from Real Talk with Yanni, where she was talking about going out there and starting to date and not being cooped up and going to mingle and going to find her a man. And she said that, and then maybe 5, 6, 7 years later, then she's talking about decenter men. And all that is the clip that, like, if I could tie those together, oh, that definitely is I asked for effing help and she throwing a temper tantrum. Because all the decenter men talk was, especially when Real Talk with you said, and I don't give a F. And nobody gonna make me give a F. Oh yeah, that was all temper tantrum. That was all temper tantrum. You better believe it. Huh? And I got you. Here you go. Yeah. So, yeah, I see what you said, Arena Revised, about Jasmine Crockett. Yep. Ain't she running for Senate, ain't she? I'm just saying. Grown, temper tantrum, petulant children. Just saying. Huh? But on that note, y'all not gonna get no 2-3 hours. Not today. Okay. So I wanted to, and we went way off of what we originally was speaking about. But yeah, that's Crystal and Karazin, everyone. Y'all let's see what Mr. Z is talking about when y'all check out the video in the description box. I'll also link FD Signifier mentioning Armio Say Frimpong, and I will link Armio Say Frimpong mentioning FD Signifier. Right? Yeah. And we'll end out with this one question. And the Arena Revised says, I wonder if Consciously has caped for Shikari. You know, when it's so glaring that one of these more public, more visible cases or situations happen, and it's clear there's nowhere to go, there's no excuse to be made for the woman, particularly black women, obviously, they just won't talk about it. They just will not talk about it. Huh? So Sha'Carri Richardson in that airport was so goddamn glaring. They won't talk about it. And that's why if you notice, none of those folks over there spoke about it. It was too glaring. They won't mention it. Huh? God damn it, Joe. Why you have to ask me this? I'm trying to end now. Who hurt Alvin, bro? Bruh, I don't know if Alvin got daddy issues. I don't, but like, bro, boy, that feminist teaching, boy, that thing stuck. Right? Like, it's, appreciate this. When you speak to FD doesn't have a, like, you could see, he doesn't have a contempt for black men per se. We disagree with him. Many of us think that he grifted, but he doesn't have contempt for black men. He doesn't have this, you could see it, like this deep sass. He's not antagonistic particular. He's antagonistic to the black manosphere, but he's just a gynocrat, a male gynocrat. Once you start getting, Julesy doesn't have that contempt per se. Khadijah, you don't really see it. Once you start getting to the conscious leads, definitely Kim Foster. And Alvin level, oh boy, that contempt, boy, that thing raging hot. That antagonism, that contempt, the smug, the sass, the Kim Foster and Alvin level look like they could be related. Yeah. St. Cyr says, Juicy learned to tamper her contempt. Maybe, but she's sending FD on send-off missions. Maybe that's why she don't got to get so worked up. Huh? Man. So, yeah, Joe, yeah, that's the question. Who hurt Alvin? That is the question. That is the question. Man. Trust in Yourself says, who the F is Alvin? Alvin is a heavyset brother on waving the red flag. You can't, the way I just described him, you can't miss him. Not just the weight. If he's there, because I guess he travels for work or whatever he does, and so he's not always present. But when he's there, you know that's Alvin. I told you, he has a certain contempt for black men. He sassed the hell out of black men. Whenever there's a topic concerning black men, black women, he's not going to be charitable at all to black men, at all whatsoever. He going to be mean and sassy and smug about it. Huh? So Alvin is one of the co-hosts on Waving the Red Flag. It's Alvin, Eddie, and Josh. That's why Mr. Z, well, I didn't say this stream. I say Alvin and the Chipmunks or Ed, and Eddie. No offense to Josh, but Alvin and the Chipmunks and Ed, and Eddie. Right? So, yes. Look, y'all got me for another 5 minutes. Look, y'all, okay, look. We got to pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. This was only supposed to be 45 minutes. Y'all got me for an extra 30. All right, y'all. Mr. Z out. Y'all have a great, great rest of y'all night. And Mr. Z out.
You are now listening to Mr. Z Blackneffect.